What's up, peeps? This is my best and worst. This is my little sister in the background. This is my best and worst in WWE in 2015. It's kind of like I did last year, but I'm gonna do it right now. So I'm gonna kind of start off with the worst category. Worst superstar of the year. Who did I feel like didn't do absolute jack shit this year? I'm gonna say the Big Show. I'm just gonna throw his name there, cause dude, he got undeserved main event slots. He just was with the Authority earlier. I just could not stand the Big Show this year. He was terrible, so I'm just gonna say the Big Show in terms of the worst superstar this year. Worst diva. Probably Naomi. What did she do at all last year? This year, She had a heel turn, which is obvious. The reason why was because AJ left. Because I heard that's what the original plan was. They were originally going to turn AJ heel, but she ended up retiring. So that's why I would say I'm going to say Naomi. She got undeserved push. She just botched every match she was in, so, yeah. Worst match this year. I'm trying to think. The match that just made me turn off the TV. I'm trying to think.
Are you okay, Trey? What's wrong, Trey?
Oh, I'm doing a video.
Hmm?
Oh, I'm doing a video.
Okay, then I'm gonna get out.
Oh, my baby sister. It was the worst match this year. Match that made me really cringe. Big Show versus Cesaro. There you go. Because the fact that Big Show beat Cesaro in just such a quick fashion is such bullshit to me. So I'm going to say that one. So now I'm just going to do the best. I'm going to start off with best match. Oh, match I'll save for last. So I'm going to start off with best tag team, New Day. Without a fucking doubt, New Day. They're the only tag team in my eyes that actually did something. You know, the Usos, what did they do? They were gone for a majority of the year. They just recently made a reappearance. I would say the last month or two, they made a reappearance. But other than that, they've been gone all year. So yeah, them. New Day. Because, they've done the most in terms of tag teams. You know, they won the tag titles. You know, they're entertaining too, so yeah, them. Breakout star, Kevin Owens. Don't get me wrong, Neville's cool, but what has he done? He hasn't won a big match. He beat Cena his first night. I don't know why they gave it to Neville. What did Neville do? Neville lost a majority of his big matches. The only match he's really won are against, guys like Stardust or something, jobbers. But when he's going against a guy like a Kevin Owens or a Seth Rollins, he loses. He always loses his big matches. Kevin Owens won the big one. He beat Cena. Though he did lose the feud, at least he beat Cena the first match, and then he went on to win the Intercontinental title. So at least he had somewhat of a title run. Best pay-per-view of the year. I'm going to probably say WrestleMania. I still think, in terms of enjoyment, I would say WrestleMania. Because really, no other pay-per-view was that great. Elimination Chamber was okay. I would say Elimination Chamber is pretty decent. But overall, I didn't say worst pay-per-view. I would probably say Fastlane, or between Fastlane, Extreme Rules. Extreme Rules was pretty lame. Really, nothing happened. But I'm going to say Fastlane, just because the pay-per-view idea and the crowd was pretty dead, and just was nothing there. But yeah, best pay-per-view is probably WrestleMania in my eyes. There's really no other pay-per-view that really got me hyped. SummerSlam was okay. For me this year, I'm gonna say WrestleMania 31. Best feud, probably Lesnar Taker. There's really no other feud that really got me invested. Some would say Owens and Cena, but the way it ended, I'm just kind of disappointed. So yeah, I would probably say, oh yeah, Taker and Lesnar. Just the one brawl just that they had was amazing. So that one. Best segment of the year, probably that brawl. To be honest, I can't really think of any other segment that really got me like hyped. I would say that one, the big brawl. It took all the fucking superstars to hold them back. The way it was done was awesome, so I'm gonna say that one. That was just a great segment. It got me hyped for their SummerSlam match. So yeah, I'm gonna say that one. Best Diva of the year, I mean, really, I don't have one, but by default, I mean, you guys may not like this. I may not like Nikki Bella really, but she's the only diva that really did something this year. And I'm talking in terms of main roster. Paige, I would say her, but what has Paige really done? Yeah, she's had title opportunities, but she's lost most of them. She's really lost a majority of her big matches. You know, Paige, yeah, she's been in big matches, but she's lost most of them. You know, I can't give you best diva if you lost most. You gotta give it to Nikki. I mean, she was, even though I don't really agree she should have been Divas champion that long, she was Divas champion for 300 something days. Like, it's nearly a year. I mean, so I'm just gonna give it to her by default. Best superstar of the year, probably Seth Rollins. I think maybe I'm not. Actually, you know what? No. Best, most disappointing, worst champion of the year. Uh, I like Seth Rollins, but his title run was so disappointing. I'm sorry. It was disappointing. The way it was executed was pretty disappointing. He always needed help by either J&J or Kane. So all his first few title defenses, he couldn't barely beat anyone clean. He couldn't do anything on his own. Every match, either Kane or J&J would get involved, and it just got repetitive. That's what made me sometimes like, I don't want to watch his title matches. Then yeah, the only time he's really won clean were two occasions. When he beat Dean Ambrose at Money in the Bank, but that was a ladder match. That really doesn't count. That's a ladder match. I mean, you gotta climb and just get the title. It's not like he had to actually pin Dean Ambrose. And then when he beat Kane, but really Kane. But Kane for the first few weeks. Oh, and Sting, I guess. Yeah, but still, like, Sting, he was old. Really, you know, besides that, like, 3 victories out of several other title defenses. I mean, come on. Best champion, I mean, you guys gotta, I have to be honest, it's John Cena. He's made that U.S. title feel important, like with the U.S. title open challenge every week. Yeah, I mean, some people would argue, well, there's no stakes because Cena's gonna win. Okay, but at least he felt like a legitimate champion. There's really no other one. I don't care for Nikki. So yeah, I would say him. Best return, Dudley's, without a doubt. Some people would say Sting, but his didn't really feel like a return, because I feel like his official debut was at Survivor Series. He was already on TV for a couple times this year, compared to, like, Dudley's having gone from WWE for so long, and they finally showed up. I would agree, though, the return kind of turned out to be lame, because they really haven't done anything. But it's still cool seeing them come back and actually... Because that was actually a surprise. Like, I actually legit felt surprised when they came out. It was actually new. So yeah, I would say the Dudleys. Now to the last 2 categories. Match of the year. I've really thought this through, but I would say Lesnar Taker. I'm sorry, that match was amazing. I mean, okay, before I say that one, I'm gonna say honorable mentions. Owens versus Cena at Elimination Chamber 2015. It's an actually really good match. Rollins versus Cena versus Lesnar at Royal Rumble. Those Sting and Triple H, those are the three honorable mentions. But Taker Lesnar was just amazing. The build was pretty okay. The build was so. The match was amazing. Like it actually legit felt like a fucking brawl. Like there was blood. It felt like a legit attitude type match, and these guys just put on it wasn't a clinic, but it was such an amazing match. So I'm gonna say that one. Superstar of the year, it's obvious, it's Seth Rollins. I mean, you could argue and say Roman Reigns because he had a pretty big year this year too. But what really the thing is, Rollins, I may not like his titles kind of though I am disappointed with how his title reign was. You got to admit, because the dude was WWE. He was Money in the Bank, and then he cashed it in at WrestleMania. Then at SummerSlam, won the U.S. title and combined the titles. That was the only reason he won it, just to combine it, and then he lost it a few weeks later. Obvious. But and he didn't lose the title. He ended up getting injured, which sucks. But at least Seth Rollins, you gotta admit, he was the only guy I would say who was arguably the only superstar of the year. Roman, yeah, he had opportunities, but he really didn't get to win. So I would say Seth Rollins because he's done the most this year. So that's just my opinion there. So thank you guys. That was my best and worst of 2015. Tomorrow, I'm going to list my 5 favorite movies this year. And then later this week, I'm going to do my Star Wars, my opinion, my problems with The Force Awakens. Other than that, guys, I'm going to sign off here. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Signing off. Peace.